Okay.
Alrighty, we are back with Insider Betting. Today we got Tiarnan Loughran, Khalil Loughran's brother, joining us. How you doing, brother?
All good, lad. How are you?
Doing well, brother. Doing well. Joining all the way from the UK. What time is it for you right now? 3 p.m.?
It is, it's 3:30. Just had sparring. Busy day, man. Busy day. Woke up sparring this morning, then had some sprints, then had a striking class, and then back to Belfast to get on to this. But I made sure I was here today, lad. I've been looking forward to this all week.
Hell yeah. I'm happy to hear that, dude. I'm happy to hear that. No, I've been excited for it as well. We've been we met out in Vegas at the Sphere Card. We got chatting there, and then this has been 2 weeks in the making now, I guess, or 3 weeks in the making, but we're here.
Yeah. We're here.
But yeah, UFC 307. We'll get right into the card because, well, that's why we're both here. Pretty solid card, I'd say. I know it's been getting a lot of hate. We quickly talked about it before like starting recording, but I think you said it perfectly. The names might not be that exciting, but stylistically the fights are pretty exciting. Which fight are you most looking forward to?
I'm really looking forward to the main event. I'm always looking forward to an Alex Pereira fight just to see can he keep knocking these men out. But I would say the one I'm most looking forward to style, I think it'll be the best fight. I would say Aldo and Batista.
Yeah.
I just don't think there's any way that can't be an absolute scrap. And it's always good to see Jose Aldo. So I'd probably pick that. But hey, they're all like, I wouldn't say there's one fight in the card that I'm not looking forward to.
Yeah, no, I feel that. Yeah, I think Alex Pereira just embodies why we love the sport. Like Bilal and Merab are the exact opposite of that.
Yeah, exactly.
But like Alex Pereira, like that's what we watch. We watch for those big knockouts, and fuck, he's either getting a big knockout or he's getting knocked out. But we'll talk about that in a second. Let's start with the feature prelim of the night, though. We got Wonderboy Thompson versus Joaquin Buckley. Joaquin's been on a tear recently. He's on a 4-fight win streak. He beat Ruzi Boev. Wonderboy's coming off of a loss to Shavkat. He's got a win over Kevin Holland, but who doesn't? And he's also lost to Bilal and Gilbert Burns somewhat recently as well. So a couple of things to consider. Joaquin is a minus 205 favorite. So big favorite coming in, a 2-1 favorite coming into this fight. And I think that's fair game, dude. I think he's going to come out fast. I think he's going to come out strong. And I think he's going to get the win over Wonderboy, but I don't know. How do you feel about this fight?
I think it's a wee bit sore on Wonderboy to give Joaquin such a heavy favorite. Like that experience, it's like that one, you don't know what's going to show up. But I feel like that has been deteriorated a bit as he's got older. Joaquin Buckley is just such a phenomenal athlete. Wonderboy is aging. He's obviously had a lot of injuries too. I know his knees give him a lot of bother. I would just go towards Joaquin just based on the youth and purely his athleticism. I've actually seen him training, and he is a freak athletically. So I'd probably lean towards Joaquin Buckley, probably by decision. Wonderboy's experienced enough just to stay from getting finished, but. What do you think?
I don't think I got Wonderboy getting finished either. I think it's also going to go to decision potentially. The one thing that like stops me from going like heavy against Wonderboy is that you're right about the age, but like I feel like his like style of fighting, it's never been like super fast, So it's like he might slow down because like you mentioned, like the knee pains, stuff like that might stop him. But I think Joaquin Buckley's athleticism is just going to be, it's going to be nuts. The guy's pretty crazy. Look at him, dude. Fuck. He looks like these two Wonder Boys beside each other. Like,
what's he doing? What's he doing now? Why is his chest so big?
Yeah, I have no
Why is his chest so big? We're fighters. We're not here to build the chest. I don't know. Like, what's going on there?
Yeah, like the craziest traps and the craziest chests. Fucking hell. Open up the main card though. We got a nice little middleweight bout. Like I said, everybody beats Kevin Holland, so I think you might know which way I'm going. But Kevin Holland's actually the favorite against Roman Dolidze, which I thought was very interesting.
Yeah.
He's coming off of a win against Oleg Zeschuk. And it was actually a pretty solid win. I think nobody thought he was going to win that, but he was on a 2-fight loss streak before that. Dolidze is on a similar route. Like he just got a win over Anthony Smith, but he was on a 2-loss streak before that. But his 2 losses were against Imavov and Vettori, who are legit opponents. You know, Imavov is kind of working his way up to title fights, and Vettori, although he hasn't fought in a year, he was solid back when they fought. You know, Kevin is the better striker, although I think Roman has more power. Roman better ground game, but both of them don't have good takedown defense. I think Roman's going to try to keep the fight on the ground. I think he's just going to control, like get ground control and win by decision as well. But yeah, what are your thoughts here, brother?
I would agree. I'm actually surprised Kevin Holland's takedown defense 54%.
Yeah.
That seems very high.
Yeah, it does seem super high. I didn't expect that either. He's got he's got like decent jiu-jitsu, but like I don't see him really stopping the takedowns. He's just kind of like, you know, I don't know, stats.
Yeah. You know what I think a big factor is in this fight? The fact that it's in Salt Lake City. Dolidze comes out so fast. He comes out so fast and he drives the takedowns. Doesn't do a lot with them. Like just likes to hold position. It is I feel like Dolidze will be winning nearly until he's not. Like if he gasses, Kevin Holland hits hard. He's up in weight now. It'll be good to see what way that goes. But yeah, Dolidze, the likes of Vettori and Imamov, they're terrible matchups for him. Just taking those guys down, having to hold them down. Yeah. I would probably lean towards Dolidze by decision, but I would not. I feel like that Salt Lake's a big factor. I would not rule out him gassing.
I agree. But see I'm happy you brought up the Utah Salt Lake part, because I think it's going to be a massive factor for like all these other fights as well. See Kevin Holland gassing quicker than Dolidze. Something about these like Eastern European guys, like they just like, I don't know. I actually don't know. Like I know where Georgia is on a map. I don't know if it's down mountains, but I want to say it does. And all these fucking, you know, like I feel like he grew up in that. I don't know. I think he's gonna, like, these guys got tanks for days.
Yeah. I feel like when I watched the Dolidze fight, there's like not discomfort there, but it's like he has to I have to get the takedown, and then he gets the takedown, and it's like I have to hold him. Whereas Kevin Holland's just very relaxed.
Yeah.
Those like, even if he does get taken down, he's hitting you those wee shots from the bottom. But yeah, I think Dolidze scores takedowns at will. Yeah, I would lean towards Dolidze by decision.
I agree. Yeah, it's funny because I'm also leaning to decision. I got the over on rounds, but I'm also leaning towards decision. But it's funny because when you look at these guys' records, Dolidze is 13-3, and out of those 13 wins, 7 are KOs and 3 are submissions. So he's got 10 finishes and 13 wins. And Kevin Holland has 14 KOs and 8 submission wins. So 22 finishes and 26 wins. So these guys go to finish a lot, but not recently. Yeah. We're all assuming decision.
Who knows? Dolidze's power might just completely. It'll be good to see Kevin Holland up in weight. I think it's a good move. I don't think he was ever a welterweight. Look at him; he's 6'3", he's an 81-inch reach. That's a middleweight. I don't think he is a welterweight. But maybe these guys will just overrate him. But we'll have to see. I don't see either finishing each other unless it's Kevin Holland and it's late. But I'm struggling to see Dolidze finishing him. I think Kevin Holland will be able to stay safe and just get beat up.
I agree. Yeah, it's something about like him being the better striker and having a 5-inch reach advantage. You know, usually the guys with the shorter reach are a little like they go in there to strike and they hit the pocket, but not this guy. He's just gonna keep taking him down. You know.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's go on to the next fight here. Caitlin Vieira versus Kayla Harrison. This is the biggest.
Look at the size of her, lad.
What'd you say there?
Look at the size of Kayla Harrison.
Yeah, I know, dude. She's gonna
ridiculous.
Minus 950 versus a plus 625. There's just like there's no value in betting on Kayla, but you're not gonna win if you bet on Caitlin. So exactly. I think Kayla is better on the feet. I think Caitlin kind of uses her size to kind of bully you, but I don't think you're doing that to Kayla. So I think Kayla's better on the feet, on the ground. I think she's gonna just walk all over Caitlin, and get a win like just easy. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
She'll walk into the takedown. She prods forward, as you say, she tries to use her size, but
Yeah,
that'll play right into Kayla's game. Even if she just gets to a single, her judo is honestly, it's unbelievable. It's one of the best in the sport. Like some of the techniques she does is phenomenal. And I
yeah,
just think Caitlin just plays into that. She'll plod forward, but Kayla will be able to get to a body lock, get to a clinch, and hit
yeah.
takedowns. I would definitely lean towards Kayla to get the win. I think she'll finish her. I'd probably pick a submission victory here.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think it's yeah, it's just unfortunate for Kayla. I think it's gonna be an easy matchup for Kayla here. She's a two-time Olympic champion for a reason. You're right. Her judo is insane, you know.
Absolutely.
But we won't spend too much time here. Let's talk about your favorite fight, the feature fight on the main card here. We got Jose Aldo versus Mario Bautista. It's an interesting matchup. It kind of feels like, although Mario's had like a lot of fights in the UFC, it still feels like a vet versus prospect kind of situation, you know.
Yeah.
But Mario is like, he's had 10 fights in the UFC. He's 8-2 overall. Like he's solid. Jose Aldo, he looked great against Martinez. He took a couple of years off, or maybe like a year off, and kind of worked on his boxing. And his hands look really good. I see Jose Aldo having the potential to win here. I just have a ton of trouble like putting money on it. You know, like my brain says Mario, my heart says Jose, and I feel like I gotta go with my brain here. I think Mario is going to be the younger guy. He's going to have more energy. He's just going to keep shooting the takedowns. I think he's going to kind of go like, although he won't get the takedowns, I think he'll go Marab style and just shoot a ton of them, right? Jose's last loss was against Marab, where he defended like 20 takedowns. So I think it's just like one of those things where you might not be doing anything, but you're just doing so much at the same time that you're not letting Jose do his thing, even though you're not doing any damage and you're not taking him down.
Yeah. You're still winning with the
Yeah,
pressure and
exactly.
the takedowns. You're still winning. I don't know, man. I'm leaning towards Aldo. I think Aldo wins this fight everywhere. I think he stuffs the takedowns. Don't get me wrong. He probably won't. Aldo won't shoot a takedown himself. He never does. But I think Aldo stuffs the takedowns, hits the body, kicks the leg. I think he's just more well-rounded than Batista. Um, there's been small signs of Aldo starting to fade a wee bit, but not enough. I just think you have to be like, look at Marab did struggle. It was not
Agreed.
easy victory for him at all. And he never really luckily got comfortable in the fight. It was kind of like a forced victory. Um I don't know. I'm gonna lean towards Aldo, probably by decision. Batista's good enough to stay safe. A black belt on the ground, good striker, but yeah, I still think I'd lean towards Aldo.
Yeah, I agree with you. Jose Aldo is better all around. I like, my worry is that he's not going to be able to display any of it just by like being up against the cage the entire time and just like
Yeah.
not being able to move. You know, that's my concern for this fight. But fuck, I don't like betting against Jose because yeah, who does?
Do you want to
um,
win? I feel like Aldo's against the cage. Like Aldo's getting held against the cage, and he's literally just sitting there thinking, like, what are you doing? Why are you being so boring? And then he just sits there in a way.
No, he literally does. Like there was that one part in the Marab fight where he like literally looked up and he like waved his hand. Like, the fuck do you want me to do?
He
Yeah.
literally comes for the fun now. He comes for to
Yeah.
get probably just get paid and just the enjoyment of the sport. And I feel like that's a great thing. I don't think Aldo has anything to lose. His legacy's set. I think
Yeah.
he's just going in there to enjoy himself now. And I think Batista's a good matchup for that. He can mix through, he can flow with the striking, defend the takedowns. I don't know. I would lean towards Aldo, but a
Yeah.
good fight.
I think there is something about a guy retiring and unretiring. Because I think
Yeah,
before you retire that first time, you do still have all that pressure of like, oh, I can't lose because it's gonna destroy my legacy, you know? But I think when you retire and then you unretire, all that pressure is gone because
yeah,
your legacy is remembered like pre-retirement. So no one's gonna be like, oh, he's losing to these guys now. You know, everyone's just talking about, oh my God, he might make another run, you know.
yeah.
So I think all that pressure is gone for him. So you're definitely right there.
No, that's true. Definitely.
Yeah. All right, co-main event. Gonna be a boring one, isn't it?
I think we'll just move on, lad. I have no idea. I have no idea. Fucking Pennington by
Yeah.
decision.
Yeah. Oh, easy. That's the obvious one. I'll give the fans a little bit of a breakdown here just to keep it
If you
moving.
can.
But yeah, whatever I can do here.
Yeah.
Former roommates apparently. So there's like actual beef between them.
Oh, they
So
didn't
we'll
like
give
each
them
other?
that. Yeah, apparently they don't like each other. That's kind of what I've been seeing online. Juliana Pena beat Amanda Nunes and then lost to Amanda Nunes. Amanda Nunes retires. Raquel Pennington wins the interim belt, and now Juliana Pena is fighting again for the first time in 2 years. Yeah, it's gonna be the odds don't say it. It's minus 170 versus plus 142, but I think Raquel like just not walks all over her, but pushes her against the cage and keeps her there for 25 minutes and gets a decision win. So
Yeah.
anyway, who gives a shit? Let's move on.
The one thing I'll leave to Raquel, she is strong.
Yeah.
That's I bet she'll push her against the cage. Probably it'll be. I think it'll be one of the worst title fights you'll see. Maybe. Really, I don't think it'll be a good fight. I think Raquel will push her against the cage, hold her against the cage. You probably hear a few boos from the Salt Lake City crowd, and yeah, she'll walk away with the win, maybe. But who knows?
Yeah, it's funny. She's Raquel's like one of those fighters. She won't take you down. Like she'll just push you against the cage and hold you there. It's like it's the most bizarre way. She's just like it's like you get control time, but it's not like just literally it sucks. It sucks so much, dude. It's gonna be a shit fight.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
All right. Well, the fight we want to talk about: Alex Pereira versus Khalil Rountree. Khalil Rountree is actually on a 5-fight win streak, so I find it pretty not crazy because he's still he's only ranked 8th overall. He hasn't fought the big guys, but I think he's been getting a little bit too much slander for like not deserving this title fight. I think it's fair game. I think Pereira is just any fight he can take, he just takes, you know. So I think somebody's offered. He's like, screw it, let's run it. I think this is his 6th fight in 2 years, which is heavy.
That's crazy. That's a 6th fight. And are they all? How many of them are championship fights?
I think they were all title fights.
They're all title. That is crazy. Them 5-5s. Like I've seen guys doing them 5-5 training camps. Like they are. Maybe he's different. Maybe he just like he doesn't. I don't know. I would say he does train just so, but they are grueling on the body. To do six of them in that space of time that's absolutely crazy.
Yeah, so he fought against Israel Adesanya when he lost to Izzy. That was April 8th, 2023. So that's like, bro, it's not even 2 years. It's like a year and a half.
That's crazy.
And that was 5 fights ago. Like the guy is nuts. He just loves it, dude. He doesn't take much damage, right? Like he just like goes in there, knocks the guy out, maybe gets hit once, right? And then calls it a day. Like his Yuri fight, easy, you know.
Easy.
Jamal Hill fight, easy. Yuri fight the first time. He got rocked once, a little bit, but easy.
Pretty easy. Still knocks the guy out.
Yeah.
Just loves getting paid and performing in front of a big crowd. I think that's how could you not love that?
Yeah. I think like just the background he came from, it was just so shit. And he's like, dude, like I think like a lot of this mentality is like, I get hit, but like I already feel fucked in the head. Like let me just go in here, you know. Like I don't give a fuck. You hit me, you know. He's like, I've been through worse, so he doesn't even think about it from that aspect. He just thinks about it like, let me enjoy this while I can, because he's old already. He's he's 37 years old. So you don't usually see people make a run like that at this age.
No, but for what he's accomplished, like he was a glory kickboxing world champion. He's come in now. He's a 2-weight MMA world champion. Like. I actually thought I didn't know what age he was. I knew he was even close to his 40s, but for what he's achieved by the age of 37, he's been the best in the world of 2 sports. It's and 2 weight classes at one sport. It's a crazy achievement what that man does.
I think he's gonna get a third. I genuinely think there's the potential for him to win like in the heavyweight division. If that kind of comes down to it, you know, like if he makes a run at a 3rd division, I think he can be the first to do it. Genuinely.
You think he beats Tom?
I don't know, but it'd be a good fight, like he's the closest thing we've seen to like potential to do it. You can't count him fully out against Tom. You might not think he beats Tom, but he doesn't have a 0% chance,
Man, I don't know. He got taken down by Israel Adesanya. Like, don't get me wrong, Adesanya is one of the best middleweights of all time. But if Adesanya is taking you down and holding you down, I used to be in the same gym as Tom. I used to trim with Tom. He is honestly massive.
Yeah.
He's a black belt, so he's actually better at jiu-jitsu. I feel like Tom, I don't even think Tom entertains that left hook. I think he comes in, shoots a takedown, and I don't know if that's the right move for Alex. I think size matters.
Size matters 100%. I think he can put on the weight. I mean, as far as we know, it could be another champion at that point. Tom's interim.
That's true. Yeah, it could. Yeah, could be Stipe. Who knows? Who knows? Anyone.
But yeah, no, I'm not saying he beats him right off the bat. I'm just saying there's like, he's not. You can't count Pereira out. He's done enough in the sport not to count him out. But anyway, Khalil Rountree. Also, don't count the guy out. He's out of his 13 wins, he's got 9 knockouts, 4 decision wins. The guy's got crazy power, like unbelievable power. I think the biggest thing, like you said before, I think cardio could play a big role if one of them, if they kind of bang it out for maybe 1-2 rounds, and we're in round 3. Sorry, can you hear me still?
I can hear you now. I went off there a second. I can hear you now.
Yeah. That was weird. I guess my Wi-Fi just crashed for like 3 seconds.
No, I've got you now.
But yeah, Khalil Rountree, like, just don't count this guy out. Like, he's got power, is what I'm getting at. Do I think he beats Pereira? I think it's like a puncher's chance. I think Pereira's got a lot more power. I think Izzy knocking him out was just like the perfect strike, but like no one else has really come close, So it's hard for me to go against Pereira here. He's a -500 favorite for a reason, but there is a chance. It's probably the biggest chance it's the most confident I felt for another fighter against Pereira since Izzy, I'd say.
Yeah, the one stat I'm seeing there is the takedown accuracy of Khalil Rountree 0%. Like, I just think that has to change. Like, he has to at least threaten it. Like, even if he doesn't get it, he just has to make, like, there's going to be a strength difference. I would, like, Alex Pereira's not even doing MMA that long. Khalil Rountree, just look at him in the photo. He is absolutely massive. He needs to use that. Even if he just gets a hold of Pereira, wears him a bit, and then uses those level changes to land. Like, I'm not going to sit there and tell Khalil Rountree to do it. But I think if you come in here and you just strike with Pereira, I think it's only a matter of time before, honestly, the left hook lands over the top, especially him being southpaw over the top of that jab. I just think it'll get him. But if he comes in and he feints takedowns, makes it ugly, one of those shots could land. We shoot over the top. But yeah, it's hard to see.
I agree, bro. I think so. The reason it's 0%, and correct me if I'm wrong, but maybe I found one to correct me, but I don't think Khalil Rountree has ever shot a takedown. So I don't think he's ever attempted one. I think that's why it's 0%.
Are you saying that off your memory? Have you heard that before?
No, I've heard it. I think I've heard it before.
Oh,
but
right.
Yeah. No, I think I've looked it up. Like he like there's a reason he has a takedown average of 0 as well. He's never landed a takedown. It's either he's never landed one or he's never shot for one. But I think he's never shot for one.
Really?
Yeah, just because he doesn't. He's just like all on his feet. So that, like, leading into this fight, he says he's like, why would I shoot a takedown? I've never shot one type thing. He's like, I am gonna stand and bang with this guy because that's what I do.
That's a dangerous game.
Yeah, we'll see if they act like they could just be saying that, right? It's all part of like the mental warfare before. But yeah, you're right though. He needs to shoot a takedown, I think, or I think he needs to feint them just to open up Pereira a little bit.
But he's so muscle bound. Like, I don't know, me personally, I don't think he should be built like that for me. There's so much muscle just to wear. Like, I think if he does shoot a takedown, obviously he's obviously got a bit of a mind block there about his jiu-jitsu. That must be the reason he doesn't shoot takedowns. He mustn't do it in the gym. So if he comes here in Salt Lake City, as we've been saying, with the altitude, if he comes here and he starts wrestling, Like, it's not like it's something you can just do, especially not at this level. You have to be doing it day in, day out in the gym and doing it for years. So that doesn't wear on you. So if he's not used to doing it and he comes in and tries to do it for the first time, it'll probably do more worse than good. And then he'll be
Yeah,
wrecked.
just like more cardio.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Being
think
tired for Alex Pereira is a bad, bad thing.
Yeah, I gotta look this up, but I think Khalil trains in high altitude.
Oh, really?
But I could be wrong because I know he's out of Vegas, but I think he like did a lot for this camp in high altitude.
He trains in Syndicate, doesn't he?
I'm not sure. I'll look it up right now.
I think he's in with Wood.
You might be right. I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says he's out of Vegas there.
Yeah.
But yeah, like to go back to like doing more harm than good. Yeah, I think like it's just gonna drain his cardio at the same time. It's just it's like you're not gonna go 5 rounds with Pereira, you know. So like the takedowns, what do they do? Like they just kind of break up the fight a little bit, if anything. But the fight's not like it's not winning you the fight for sure. Unless then you're not gonna get him to tap. You know, you're not that. That's not part of your skill set in a sense.
No. But I'm gonna call a spade, man. I even watched the countdown.
Yeah.
Pereira was rolling with Glover Teixeira, man. His jiu-jitsu is shit. It's so shit. It's actually like really bad. Like it's nearly like he just can't be fucked doing it. I don't know. So if Khalil can get a takedown, and maybe obviously he's gonna have a strength advantage, I would imagine. I would say it'd be a big strength advantage if he can get it to that position. You never know, but I don't know if he can do it.
Yeah, no, I feel you. But anyway, that's UFC 307. I actually might be there, but who knows? Really? It's already Wednesday.
Yeah.
Fight's on Saturday, but we'll see. We're still trying to figure it out, see if I can get out there, but that'd be sweet if I can.
That would be good.
Yeah. But anyway, Tiarnan, I appreciate you joining me today, brother. It's been a pleasure. And yeah, hopefully we can do another one of these soon.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
For sure. All right.